that those earrings have become like a god.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Gospel Truth Media. If you have not subscribed yet, please kindly click on the subscribe button to be updated with more enlightening and engaging gospel content. Today we are exploring the teachings of Pastor Kumuyi, a dynamic preacher and a founder of Deeper Life Bible Church. His ministry is well known for upholding certain traditions that set them apart from many other churches. Among these are specific teachings like the prohibition of wearing earrings for women and men keeping beds. But why are these practices emphasized so much in the church? Pastor Kumuyi has often explained that these outward practices are tied to deeper spiritual principles, modesty, humility, and a heart devoted to God's word. These traditions reflect an inward transformation that shapes how Christians present themselves to the world. Now, let's take a look at a video clip where Pastor Kumuyi explains in his own words why Christians should not keep beds or why ladies should not wear earrings.
In Genesis chapter 35 verse 4, and he gave unto Jacob all the strange gods, all the strange gods which were in their hand, and all their earrings which were in their ears.
From the verse he just read, this is where Deeper Life derived their role of ladies not wearing earrings. Let's continue to watch the video.
Wait a minute. Jacob did not mention earrings, but they knew in their hearts that those earrings had become like a god, demigod, goddess to them.
We can see that with what Pastor Kumuyi is saying, the earrings are like demigods, like goddess. So you see the reason why Deeper Lifers don't wear earrings, right? Earrings symbolizes demigods. They're like goddess. That's why the children of Israel, Jacob knew this. That's why he did not allow his wives to go along with the earrings. He buried them himself. But my question is, what about other pastors? Like other churches that are wearing earrings? Does it mean they're serving idols? Let's continue to watch the video.
It's like, if you didn't have those earrings, they're not happy. They'll be looking inferior to the Shechemites. The Shechemites had their earrings, and then when we go out with those Shechemites or around those Shechemites, they see us were beautiful and we look gorgeous and we look great. That thing became an idol to them.
From the perspective of the scriptures, anything you place above God is an idol. I believe Pastor Kumuyi here is trying to emphasize on the fact that as believers, we need to prioritize God rather than putting on earrings, gold, and the rest of that, so that we don't at the end of the day place those things above God. But for me, I also believe that even if you put on earrings or you keep your breads, you can still prioritize God. There are some pastors that keep breads. There are some women of God that wear earrings. They are still doing very well. Doesn't mean that they will go to hell. Doesn't mean that they are putting on idols. I don't think so. I stand to be corrected.
Babylonish garment could become a god. The appearance of the world, the cosmetics of the world could become a god. Wanting to look like the world and dress like the world and be acceptable to the world rather than unto God could become an idol, a strange god.
Babylonish garment, dressing like the world, cosmetics of the world. My question is, all these things Pastor Kumuyi just mentioned, we use them on a daily basis like cosmetics. So they are cosmetics that are of the world and they are the ones that are of God. I don't understand. Okay, I think the Babylonian garment is talking about probably is the one that you are dressing to seduce men as a lady, or as a guy you are dressing to seduce women. I don't really know, but the pastor seems to emphasize so much on dressing. You cannot remove us from the world. This is where we are in to represent Christ. In as much as principles are there to guide us to live for Christ, I don't think you bring principle that will seem like we are out of the world. We are not out of the world. In as much as we are saved from the condemnation from the world to come, from the damnation that's to come, it does not mean that we are out of the world. We still school in the world. We still drink the water of the world. We still eat the food of the world. So I stand to be corrected.
Appearance that people have in the world, growing beard, a mustache, could become a god.
Seriously, like keeping beards or keeping mustache can become an idol. So that means that all the pastors keeping mustache, like some of them carve it so well, and those keeping beards, some of them keep it so nice. It means they are all going to hell. Like seriously, because you cannot define idolatry with just that context. It means that everybody putting on beards, keeping beards, are going to hell. That means Apostle Suleiman is going to hell, Michael Orokpo is going to hell, and you can mention them. In fact, Femi Lazarus is going to hell. They all must keep their beards so well. It means they are keeping idols, and we know that there's nobody that keeps idol that will go to heaven. So the thing is that this kind of gospel seems to, confine us to a pattern that God did not outline for us. Seriously, I'm actually becoming skeptical. I believe he's speaking to an audience, and his audience understand him more. But I believe that the audience he's speaking to is not just to his audience, he is also speaking to Christians in general. As far as a born again believer, Kumuyi is speaking to you too, because he's a pastor. So I think this is really, a topic we should look into. Keeping of beards, keeping of mustache is an idol. That's surprising.
The church is not talking about that, and since the church is not mentioning that, I will test the waters, and I will wear my beard, and I'll wear the mustache, and then if they don't talk, I win. And then your God is right there.
Is Pastor Kumuyi referring to the church as just only Deeper Life or the Universal Church? What I believe is that whatever applies to Deeper Life applies to every other Christian. If you say that, okay, if you wear earrings as a Deeper Life and you go to hell, it means that if any other person wear earrings, they will go to hell also, because the gospel is not only for one person. If you keep beards, you go to hell as a Deeper Lifer. It means that if other person in Nigeria keep beards, the person is disobeying the gospel, so the person will go to hell. Is keeping of mustache or keeping of beards against the Bible? I don't think so, because even the saints of old, the prophets, even Jesus himself, I believe they all keep beards. That's a culture. Carving of beards, there's nothing wrong in that. Why would that be a criteria to know if someone is really serving God or not? I don't think it's a very good criteria. I don't think it's a very good benchmark.
That if the church will seriously talk about it, then I'm considering my membership in the church, my commitment in the church, because they want to take my idol from me. Well, that's it. That's the evidence. That thing has become so important part of you. It becomes a god. The hairdo and the palming and the things that the worldly people, they cannot deal without. When that becomes so important that you are saying, if the church ever talks about that, I'm looking for another church, another assembly. That thing has become a god.
Wow, this is really surprising, but this is what people believe. People are there to this, and they are called Christians, and they are in Deeper Life. And if you are in another church, you're not shaving off your beards, you're keeping mustache and beards, they see you as keeping idolatry, and I won't blame them, because why? This is the picture Pastor Kumuyi is painting about keeping of mustache, keeping of beards. Where is it written in the Bible that someone should not keep beards or keep mustache? These principles, they can be personal. I can say, okay, because of my work with God, I don't want to keep beards. It's okay for you. Why generalize it? Why put it up everywhere? Making people that, okay, they just like keeping beards, keeping mustache, making them feel like they are sinning against God, they're keeping idols. This is a level, and in fact, this is another form of bondage. Yes, I know that there are some Deeper Lifers that keep beards. There's a way those that don't keep beards, look at them. Look at where we are actually cornering the gospel to. The gospel is now being our outward appearance. This one does not keep beards. This one keep beards. These things are not necessarily important in taking us to heaven. I will not want to take any side in this, but notwithstanding, this is just my own opinion. Christianity is bigger than Deeper Life. It's bigger than Kumuyi. Christianity, our standard is the Bible, and anything that's not in the Bible, we should not make it general. People should be allowed to serve God freely. Whosoever the Son of Man shall set free shall be free indeed. Where is the freedom if we keep on bringing traditions that are not biblical. There's a freedom. Okay, we've listened to Pastor Kumuyi's perspective on why a church member should not wear beards, wear earrings, palm their hair, and the rest of that. I want to hear from you also. Let's look at it in a very, very biblical perspective. What are your thoughts on this? Is this biblical? It is biblical. Can you share with us scriptural references so that at least our doubts will be cleared? If you have not subscribed yet, please kindly click on the subscribe button to access more enlightening and engaging gospel content. Like and share this video for more persons to view. Thank you for watching and see you next time.